If you have been a part of the community called the Academy of Art and Scientists, where we are crazy introvert entrepreneurs, the house of introvert entrepreneurs, where we do a lot of cool things. And if you've been interacting with the community with me, the way I do things, you know how obsessed I am with one thing called tracking and journaling and documentation, and not planning is like 2% of what I do, but 98% of what I do is tracking what happened yesterday. And why did I started this one video talking about this? Because I just got the new journal. This is the new journal that I got, and before this journal I had two more journals. So we have three journals right now. This is like journal number 1, journal number 2, and then journal number 3. And we then also have, I'm also incorporating this one more journal for this one month, so that I have like 4 heavy journals with me. Like these three journals, and I do a lot of cool things. What happens with the journal, what goes inside the journal, it stays with the Academy of Art and Scientists. And I just wanted to share with you because it's one of the most important part of what I do. And let this stay here for this one video, so that and I can show off my journaling here in a bit. That brings us to the welcoming of this one video. Thank you so much for joining in this one video. Just because I was just designing in the month of May, because month of May started. Today is right now I'm recording at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and it is 3rd of May. I'm recording it for the date 2nd of May, but then I'm recording on 3rd of May. Technically it's 3rd of May, but then I'm recording for 2nd of May because today, by the way, Eid Mubarak, happy Eid. Because not that I'm recording it, technically it's the Eid day, so we are preparing so many cool things, going for the prayers in the morning, and so like I couldn't get time before this time to record. I was just scripting it out, working on the journal stuff, like doing so many cool things. But now it's like 2:30 a.m. session with you, 2:30 a.m. session with you. So journal stays here, Eid Mubarak to you, and that brings us to 7-step framework for your level 3 sales video. Now we are all fond of strategies. We are all fond of cheat sheets. We are all found of formulas and tactical part of it and step-by-step framework. In this one video, I'm going to give you 7 steps. Like, okay, do this is in that strategical manner. What is going to happen is you will be able to craft your level 3 sales. You will be able to craft your level 2 sales. And level 1, you can even incorporate this, but then this is for a high ticket program where you're selling, say, 10,000, something beyond 10,000 rupees. Use this framework and see the conversions happening differently with this skyrocket loss software. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for joining this one video. We're going to talk about 7-step framework of how for your level 3 sales page. Now, I'm fresh. I look sleepy. I am sleepy, but also I'm fresh. Point number 1 is when someone, like this one video is, the duration can be for like say 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Don't go beyond 30 minutes. Say keep somewhere between 15 to 25 minutes. Okay, so you have space to talk to people. You've got space to have that conversation with you. And will people complete watching my video? You just have to talk to them and tell them you have to watch this video before the offer expires. So we've got like a lot of tactical part of it so that we can make them watch the whole video. That's the whole different video altogether. But then this is like, okay, watch this video for next 15 minutes, next 25 minutes. These are the rules of engagement of this one video. Go ahead with the follows. Like that's how you can structure the context of it. So point number 1, the step number 1 of the framework of the whole video is congratulate and welcome the people. Because why are you congratulating them? Why are you welcoming them? Because they have been through a journey. The journey of you have already asked you. You're talking specifically about your level 3 program. Like you're selling your level 3 program through an automated video. To be that's like Zoom, right? It has to be an automated video. How do you talk to, like what do you have to record in that automated video? It's like, okay, it's completely on automation. Now if you think about it, and it's a high ticket program. So you have already sold them level 1, level 2. So they are already your customers. They already know. They have been learning with you, taking notes, taking actions, doing all cool stuff in your community. So they are already level 1 and level 2 members. So they know exactly what you're selling, what you're doing with them. So when we talk, the moment we open the video, this sales video, you congratulate them. What do you congratulate them about? Is okay. You have been watching 3-day course, then you have watched bonus 1, then bonus 2, bonus 3, been attending the weekly calls, asking questions. I've been answering questions. I've been answering your questions like this. So you congratulate them because they have been through a journey. So if you see the Academy of Art and Scientists, one thing that I always say is when I'm in the sales pitch, I say, okay, thank you so much for completing 16-day program. Now, if you complete the core level, the level 2 of the academy for the core business game plan, when you cover that one whole level, not the course, for the whole level, it end to end, the way it's prescribed, is going to take you 16 days. It's going to take 16 days. So it's like, okay, if you are desperately in need of that one thing, you would have gone through 16 days. So thank you so much for completing those 16 days. And only if you have completed those 16 days is when you start watching this video. It's like, if not, then go back. It's like, shoot, go back, do that and come back. So congratulating them and welcoming them. Tell them, talk to them, like just walk through them, recall what they give me a recap, shortly, keep it short. Point number 1, done. So the step number 2 is now the important part of it. Now the different, you are catching a different phase. Just like we've been having a conversation for last 5 minutes, you just have a conversation with them in step number 1. Congratulating you. Step number 2 is now we are getting into that streamline or strategic part of it. Second, mistakes I made in creating that advanced journey. For example, if you're selling, for example, Academy of Arts, the artist challenge, the artist garnet, whatever that is. So when we are selling that, I have been through the journey myself. That's where I created it for you. I have kind of squeezed on, say, 3 years of my journey and crafted it in a way so that you don't go through that 3 years. You just go through like 30 days over here, maybe 31 days, maybe 45 days, and just taking the juice of it. Like, okay, when you're creating the juice of it, the point number 2 is mistakes I made while pursuing this journey. When I'm taking an advanced level course, what are the mistakes? Like, I got into tools, I got into systems, I made a website, I made a funnel, I got into email engine. But what was the first mistake that I did? I did not have emails written so that I can put emails. I was running advertisements, I did not have courses ready. I was having funnels, but I did not have courses ready. I was having the presentation ready with me, the webinar script was ready with me. I did not have product boxes. So the whole system was ready, the content was not ready. So mistake number 1. See, when you're talking about the advanced stuff, okay, while you were going through that journey yourself, what were the mistakes you made? Point number 2 is like say 3 mistakes you made, but then keep it short, crisp and short. The third point over here is again an important version of it. Talk to them about, okay, these were the mistakes that I did. Point number 3 is what can be the common mistakes. What happens is when you share your own mistakes, they are not going to repeat those mistakes. Point number 1. And when you share the common mistakes, now they get, okay, if they are more likely to have those type of personality, ultimately they have that type of personality because you are kind of covering them from all angles. And it's like, okay, these can be the mistakes that you can potentially make. You don't have to make this mistake, but then you don't tell them directly, but it's like, okay, these are the mistakes that I did. These are the common mistakes. You're not just opening and firing on them, but then you're kind of making them aware. And these are the potential mistakes that people generally make. Point number 4 is what led me to create this. It's this one step. Point number 4. The step number 4, you can use it in any piece of asset or content that you're creating. You know what? Because what led me to create this one video? What led me to buy this journal? What led me to have this one plant? What led me to wear this black t-shirt? What led me to hold this one pen? What led me to grow my hair? So like when you have that small angle to anything that you're doing, you easily blend in with people, and people will easily blend in with you. Like, what is the need of it? What is the need of me to getting, like, why did I even start it? Why did even I started this journey, pursuing this journey? Because when you get that in focus, just like, this is why this guy started, and this is a similar challenge that I'm facing. Blend it all day in. Point number 5 is, now we spoke about mistakes, we spoke about what led me to create the next part. The 5th step over here is, what are the biggest lessons I learned while creating this journey, while creating these courses, while creating this community, while creating this one specific. Why did I even create this? Like, you were not copying other people, but something made you create this. Though we always talk about it, having level 1, level 2, level 3, basics, like the middle version of it, the advanced version. Like, why is this? What is the biggest lessons I got while creating this? Like, while creating this, you can cover 1 to 3 mistakes. Point number 6 is This is again an important one. So we covered mistakes, we covered what led me, we created we spoke about, we had a conversation on the biggest lessons that I learned. The fourth and the most important part in a way is what are the challenges you are going to face. You are going to say to your members, like what are the challenges that you are going to face, because when you say the challenge that you are going to face, now they exactly know, okay, you are going to face monetary issues because you're going to build a business. What happens is you need to be for having money to build a business. You need to be learning that skill to build a business. You need to be fighting that fear, the phobia of water. If you want to learn and do swimming, you want to start getting out in the traffic so that you can drive the vehicle. You need to start buying this book and drawing calligraphy on this one book, because this is how you do things. So what are the common challenges people face? Like challenges you will face. You have to be very sure, like these are the challenges you are going to face. Challenge number one, challenge number two. The seventh and the last step, again, each step is a journey in itself. I should have said this in the beginning, but then each step is a journey in itself. Whenever I'm creating any piece of content, you should actually know that each step is a journey in itself, and each step is an asset on itself. Like you have to go through it and create. So step number 7 is this is the sales speech. This is actually the sales speech starts over here. Like let's now discuss. Like I've kind of created this way so that you can also write it this way. Like step number 7 is, let's now discuss about what you shall get. Instead of saying them, now let's talk about the goals. Like okay, now let's start talking about what I'm going to offer you in the next level, and then the product boxes starts in. Then you start having a presentation. You can all actually have a presentation for all these 7 steps. Now, and your product one comes in, your value, the product one comes in, the content of the product comes in, the total price comes in. The product 2 the bonus one comes in, the content of the product comes in, then the value of the product comes in, the total value comes in, then product 3 comes in. I think I've recorded a video similar to this one, same on this one, because like how do you stack things out. So that brings us to the conclusion of this one video. Congratulating mistakes, common mistakes, my mistakes, common mistakes, what led me to create this, biggest lessons, challenges, and let's talk about the next level. That brings us to the conclusion of this video. Thank you so much for making me this video the topic of part of the video. I am going to see you in another exciting video. وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء.